Drew, what are you doing?
So,
What's going on?
oh man,
Hello to our 9 viewers. This is Will and Drew from Pastor Culture Podcast. And today, how's it going, Chico? Today, we're going to be talking about avoiding the wrong woman. That could be a very dangerous situation to put yourself in. Now, what I'll let Drew go ahead and kick it off.
oh man, uh, dude. Just when it comes to picking out the right woman in life, it's so detrimental to a man's future. Men spend their whole life trying to get money, uh, build an empire, and if you don't have the right woman next to you, all that can get taken away from you. You know, you see it a lot in this day and age, right? You get men financially stable, put all their work in, right? And then, things don't work out. She finds someone else. She get tired of the relationship or the marriage. Most of the time when you get married and then they leave with the bag.
Man, we see it all the time where a woman brings out the worst in a guy. You ever seen a guy that's really good, but a woman just happened to bring out the worst in him? That's because he chose the wrong woman to be with. Like, and it's okay to walk away. There's no reason for you to throw your freedom away or do something that you're going to regret in life. No matter how pretty she is, no matter how much she got going on, if she causes you to not have peace in your home, in your heart, your mind and soul, leave her alone.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Most of the time when men pick pick women out, they go off of beauty, right? So I mean, attraction is what makes you talk to a person or even be wanting to be interested in a person, right? So most of the time, we all know if you're smart and think about a situation that you're gonna be in, right? You know that beauty going to eventually fade, right? So my whole thing on it is most people don't look at that person's character, right? So they look mostly at their beauty, and I think that if the character is there and the beauty is a plus, but most of the 9 times out of 10 people looking at that beauty and don't look at that person's character or how they are. You need to look at like for instance like how do they treat their parents, right? Or how they treat I don't know, people out in public, you know, those things that you kind of need to be looking at when you're choosing a woman or a female to be with in a marriage or a relationship. That's gonna take you a long way. What you think?
The type of woman I really try to avoid is a woman without any accountability. A woman who can't say that she's wrong. A woman that can't apologize. Because I believe that a woman is the most important teacher of our children. And if she can't hold herself accountable, how does she expect the kids that's learning from her to learn how to be accountable? Also, the
Yeah.
woman that always make everything about them. You could be having the worst day ever, but in her mind, her day is just as bad. Like you ever have one of them days where you just feeling terrible, and then say to stand like, "Oh, baby, let's talk about it." It's well, my day was terrible too. Always in competition.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
gets in competition about who has the worst day?
Hmm. Yeah. Um, if a woman ain't bringing you, like I said, she has to be your piece. She ain't your piece, then, 9 times out of 10, she ain't the right woman for you. Uh, you don't want to, to come to a household and um, there's an issue, or if there's a disagreement, you gotta sit up here and be in a battle with your person you're trying to be with. That's not a healthy relationship. It's not nothing you need to be dealing with.
Also, the woman who can't use her emotions and she can't use words to tell you how she feels, so she has to feel the need to put her hands on you or
Mm.
destroy your property. Those type of women are the type of women definitely to avoid.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. If there's I heard from one of my friends back when a long time ago, he said if you're fighting in a relationship, it's not gonna work. It's like, I mean, it was just that was a saying that he told me, and then I learned, back when he told me about 5 years ago. He said if you're already fighting in a relationship, it ain't gonna work. No matter how much you love that person, how much you think you care about that person, if you're fighting, it's no go. Y'all got to figure out how to get away from each other. Point blank and simple.
We all been through that relationship where a woman, feels the need to destroy your property. Like I know Drew remember this when they or were you still working there when that girl destroyed my car in the parking lot?
No, sir, I sure wasn't. I'm
Yeah,
glad I wasn't.
yeah.
Glad I wasn't,
Oh,
sir.
I go outside on my lunch break. I'm looking, my whole car just messed up. It's like somebody. I thought I got somebody asked you, "Were you in an accident?" I'm like, "What you talking about?" And I go
Yeah,
outside, man. All four of my tires are stabbed up. The the windshield is cracked.
yeah.
It looked like
It's
hell hit my roof.
yeah. It's that's what I'm saying, man. And you gotta look at it like, what was she feeling at that time? What type of relationship were you guys going through for her to feel like she needed that to come over and do something like that to your car? There was some red flags that you missed, right? Controlling behavior, just constantly, what I'm saying, anger, just anything that just out of these red flags that you should be able to see before you even actually even get with a person, right? So, oh man, you gotta be able to pick out and look at the values. You gotta have some type of common value, right? You guys can disagree on certain things, but you gotta have some type of value that you see in a woman that you want if you want that relationship to work. Now, if you just out there, dating and not looking at that stuff, and you just out there just trying to, stab and go, then that's what you're gonna end up with. You end up with those crazies and stuff that you ain't gonna pay attention to those red flags, and the red flags can save a lot of people a lot of headache, money, a lot of divorce rates be down if they really truly sit back and really question themselves and ask themselves about um, what do they want in that person they want to be with.
the crazy part about it, we weren't even in a relationship. We were just friends with benefits, and she got upset because I didn't answer her phone call when I was in the middle of a business meeting. You get upset that I answered your phone call. You come to my job and destroy my car.
Yeah.
Then I go get it fixed, and you come to my house, even though you didn't know my address. You come to my house and you mess my car up again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When the littlest things set off a person, um, to where you don't answer the phone in time enough. It's red flag, right? Um, a person is you can say not responsible. It's a red flag, right? How they treat their parents, red flag, right? Cheating, financial responsibility, all that stuff are red flags. Just look at how they uh how they go through life, right? Um and most people kind of deal with certain things depending on how much they love that person and want to deal with that person. But all those things are red flags if you truly want to be happy with that person. Because as you get older, you're gonna change. Things gonna change. You might be able to deal with it now. You know what? I'm gonna deal with that red flag now, but as later on in life, you're gonna be like, wait, hold up. I saw these a long time ago. So I should have made a decision to, you know, move on or find someone that's gonna meet those goals that I want in a person, those values.
And I tell you what, you want to know how a woman is? Look at her family. If none of the women in her family respect men, leave her the hell alone. You break the problems to yourself. You
Yeah,
know how that family, if they none of the women in that family respect men, why would you put yourself in that situation? Because you know they're not gonna respect you.
yeah,
I'm not
absolutely.
saying to say that the men are better than you or anything like that, but I'm saying if the fact if none of them women in that family respect men, why the hell would you date somebody in that family?
Yeah, it would. I mean, that right there just should show you that if the women in that actually family don't respect men, then yeah, you shouldn't go there. Um, that's gonna be a whole nother can of worms you're gonna have to deal with if you were to get with that person. You're gonna have to teach her how, or go to counseling to teach her how to, if she got to hear that information on how to respect men. If she been up the whole entire life on not respecting, I mean, men, then she's not gonna, she's not gonna do it.
And I say I especially avoid women that weaponize the police against us. Like we get in an argument, and the fact that knowing that I didn't do nothing to you, you gonna call the police on me?
Yeah.
You only got one time to call the police on me. We ain't together no more.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's those relationships out there that, like I said, when the fighting's in there, and then the police get called, it don't even have to be by that person, that relationship, that girl that's in there. Other people can call, but yeah, especially the ones that actually call, and don't let it be an interracial. Yeah, it's you out of there, boy. I had to say, I've had my fair share of situations where I've been in, and police got called on me, and it kind of it criminalized you. You know what I'm saying? In life, you know what I mean? That you end up having a record over something stupid back in your early 20s that be on your record because you trying to be in a relationship that's not no good for you.
Shoot. I remember I was at my friend's house. Him and his girl getting in an argument. She said, "You need to leave." He said, "I'm not going nowhere." He said, she said, "If you don't leave, I'm gonna call the police and say that you hit me." And he said, "But I ain't hit you." I was like, "Look, bro, we gotta go."
Yeah,
He's like, "What you mean
yeah,
we gotta go?" I'm like, "Bro, it don't matter that you didn't hit her." I said, "Bro, look at you. She's
yeah.
5'2",
Hmm.
108 pounds.
Yeah.
You are 6'3", 242 pounds.
Yeah,
She's white.
yeah,
You black. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
You could
yeah,
argue about who's right, who's wrong when we're in a safe location. But we right now, we need to leave. So
yeah,
I helped them pack his stuff and we left that day.
yeah,
She gonna
yeah,
call 2 days later, apologize, and try to work it out with him. I was like, bro, you go back with her after that.
yeah. We
You
got her.
whatever happened to you, you deserved it.
Yeah,
Because once a girl
obviously.
call the police on me, like I said, for something I didn't do, you lie
Hmm.
on me. Oh no, we ain't together no more.
Yeah,
Men are getting killed all the time in situations like that, and I'm not. Once you put my life in danger, I'm not doing it again.
yeah. Like I said, most people, you know what I'm saying, that get in relationships, uh, just trying to make things work when they should look at red flags long before they even got in the relationship, right? Um, she just used her power of her being in an interracial relationship, and then, hey, I'm gonna call the cops if you don't leave. Is that serious? You know, you want this man gone that long? You want him out of there like that? And then you gonna call back a couple of days and be like, no, yeah, that should show you they shouldn't even been in a relationship from the jump, right? Yeah, it's crazy.
And also avoid a woman that's promiscuous. If she cheats on you once, don't you take her back. If you take a woman back after she cheats on you, she'll never respect you again. She'll never see you as a man. She can say, "Oh, he's been supportive. We working it out and everything." You really think that she gonna stop cheating after you took her back the first time?
You know, I've heard that saying, once a cheater, always a cheater. And I have to say, uh, I think it comes with time. As you get older, you get more, you start understanding life more, you know. But it also stems from a early age of what you value and respect and character, right? Um, I guarantee you, a lot of people in relationships in younger days, a percentage of them are pretty high that cheating in their relationship for men and women. You know, uh, I think that when a woman cheats, like I say, it's more emotional versus when a man cheat, it's just we trying
Now
to
we ain't
fix
condoning
it.
cheating in this channel. Let's be real. We not condoning. We not saying it's right to cheat. Now we
No,
got hey,
I'm not
men and
saying
women.
it.
It's wrong to cheat. So I
Yeah,
want y'all
yeah,
killing us in the
absolutely.
comments and everything.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not saying it's okay for a man to cheat. You know, I'm just saying that all everybody, I'm not saying just women cheat, but when a woman cheats, it's more emotions there when a woman cheats than when a man cheats. It's not no emotions there with it.
And I want y'all to be better than me. Don't do what I do because you know I'm petty. If a girl cheat on me, I got to get my lick back, and
Yeah. Yeah,
it's gonna
see.
be more than once. If you cheat on me once, I'm at least get you back 3 times.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you doing it wrong for a wrong, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I ain't saying it's right that I got my lick back, but I'm getting it back.
two wrongs ain't a right. So you ain't gonna be with it regardless of the fact you say
It's
you
just
ain't
like
gonna
your
take
mama
it
used
back.
to tell you: if that boy hit you, you better hit him back.
Yeah. Like you didn't get. Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's why I say you gotta when you get in a relationship, you gotta be able to communicate. You know, if you're not communicating and you guys not don't have the same values and things, and you know, if you got those, then your relationship will work. You know, um, respect. You got to be able to respect. You know, respect is just as important as love. You know, if you're not respecting that person that you're with, then um, you're not gonna be faithful to that person, right? So, um, like I said, respect goes a long way. You know, you respect that person, you're not gonna cheat on them, and that's love.
And you definitely gotta avoid messing with women that will let somebody talk about you behind your back to their face.
Mm.
So you know, she could be out with her friends, and then that friend talk shit about you, and you mean to tell me You just gonna let your friend say something about me, not stand up for me? Or
Yeah,
why would your friend feel that comfortable for you to, or associate feel that comfortable for you to say something bad about me?
yeah, absolutely. That was on another topic, pretty much of yeah, looking at her friends. She don't have no respect for you, and she let her friends. She don't care about you that much. She let her friends talk about you, and look at the company she keeping with her. If her friends are talking about you, then more than likely, you know what I'm saying. She's not that too into you, right? Um, she don't respect you. If she lets her friends talk to her. So you,
And that's just them. They don't just have anything to do with women. They have something to do with people. Period. Like if two of my friends fall out, I'm not
mhm,
gonna let the other one bad talk the other one with me around. Now, hey, y'all got
yeah,
y'all issue. That's between y'all. But I don't want to hear you saying bad words about him and vice versa. I'm gonna tell both of you up front. But
yeah,
yeah, women like that, leave them type of women alone. And
oh yeah,
then not only did you let them talk crap about me, you gonna come home and tell me that they were saying stuff about me. My first question gonna be like, and when they were saying this stuff, what did you do?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, you know, if your woman love you and they respect you, they're gonna defend you, right? You know, if her friends are, and like I said, her friends, her company she keeps gonna influence her relationship, right? She come back telling you, I wouldn't, if she was smart, she wouldn't come back and tell you that, but it's gonna eventually come to the light anyway, right? So, um, yeah, her social circle influences her relationship. Point blank and simple. Watch out for 'em. Watch out for those friends.
Hey, the other woman you gotta avoid is that woman that's too flirty.
Oh yeah, that
Your
flirtatious
homeboy telling
is
a joke and she laughing like it's the funniest thing in the world, touching his arm and chest and trying to hug all your friends and everybody she running to. No, why are you hug? Why are you comfortable enough to hug my friend, especially touch on his arms and chest? I don't like that type of. I don't like that type of girl. Maybe it's just me, but that
yeah, that's
behavior is
true.
unacceptable to me.
I mean, I think it comes to a point when you talk about that to hugging and laughing and things. I think it comes to a level that uh
It's a
that
difference between a hug, like "Hey, Will," and "Hey, Will" all the phone. That's the
yeah,
difference
I
between
got
those
you.
two.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can tell when it's just hey, I'm being nice, or oh, you been overly too overly nice, right? Um, because I'll say I have friends that hug my wife and it's okay, you know, and I don't think nothing of it.
Yeah.
But you know, but yeah, some girls are that way to where they felt they actually into your partners, you know what I'm saying,
See,
more than you are. And
see,
that's not bad.
I was raised old school. See, I was raised like this. Even though I might, let's say I know your, even if I know your wife or whatever, right?
Yeah.
If you're not home, I'm not stepping foot in your house. Even if she asks me to come in and say you can wait for Drew, I'm not stepping foot in your house because it's a respect thing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm definitely like I don't feel comfortable. Why would a girl feel comfortable enough to wear these little outfits around me? Like that's what I'm saying. I don't like a girl that's too friendly. Why are you wearing booty shorts around my friends?
Yeah, being a little too open. Yeah. So respect. So she gotta have respect for you and respect for herself. You know, if she's out there walking around the house in little booty shorts, obviously, you know, hey, that's inappropriate. You know, um, to show you that hey, she has to put you first. You know, if she's not putting you first and walking around the house, but she's hanging out, show you what you know what I'm saying, show you the respect she have for you. Gotta watch out. You gotta really watch out for the women. You know, there's women out there probably you gonna see this and be like, yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with it. You know, there's someone out there you gonna see nothing wrong with it. Some people think it's, and the guys might not think it's wrong with it either. But I think it's that other generation, right? That generation uh, uh,
Cause
gap.
hey, I don't have homeboys like that. That girls is like that. And I be telling them like, look, man, I don't feel comfortable. You ask me to drop something off of your house. Okay, I'll drop something off of your house. But you know what? Because I know how your girl dresses and everything. I'm just gonna put it in the mailbox.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even bringing your doorbell. I'm gonna text you a picture and leave it in your mailbox because, like I mean, come on now. I'm your friends. I'm your man's homeboy. I don't need
Yeah,
to be seeing you like that.
yeah, yeah. It's that respect. It's the respect you have for his girlfriend or his wife. You respect that, and he should honor that. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, he shall love for you for that. So, but like I said, it's that generation. They think it's okay to put on booty shorts and walk around the house, and it's
And
okay for
also,
the fellas to look at the booty hanging out, right?
nah, your generation was doing stuff like that too. Hey, I bet you take the. Hey, I bet if your homeboys take a DNA test, I bet you 30% of them homeboys they daddy ain't their daddy.
And yeah, that's
Hey,
true.
DNA test wasn't popular in your generation, so
Nah,
women got away with a lot more.
I just tell you that women has to be held more accountable than the men do because they have to open their legs up and let that man in. You know who you be letting in. It's more like simple, right? They got to be held more accountable than the man. Not saying the man can't be held accountable, but the woman has to be held really accountable because she know who she's letting in.
And avoid trying your best to avoid women that got a lot of friends that are guys. Don't tell
Yeah,
me all these guys are just they're just okay with being your friend.
yeah, yeah.
And especially if you slept with them, you definitely can't. I'm definitely not cool with you being friends with them. Because hey, the first time you and that friend get into it, he be like, man, it's like I already know what your wife. I already know what your girl pussy feel like. You
yeah, yeah.
know?
That's one of the main one of the toughest things
Hey,
to deal with.
Hey, Sherry told me you're not hitting it like I was hitting it.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, women, yeah. That's
It
rough.
don't even have to be true. But shoot,
No,
hey, what he said though, it's gonna hit your
it's gonna
pride, boy.
crush. It's gonna crush you, man. Yeah, it's gonna crush you, man. And that's one thing a man has, right? His ego. And when women have men as friends, male friends, they hear everything on the guy side. So they already know how men are. So it's best for a girl to not have guy friends because they'll hear all of the bad stuff and the crap that men do. And
How's it
it
going,
really
James?
and it
How's it going,
really
James?
it really messes up their relationships as they get older because they got this image in their head of how men are. So if you ladies out there and you know females that have guy friends, yeah, we're a guy friend. Yep, they know all the bad stuff that guys do. So they got that shit embedded in their head, what men do. So when they get in relationships, not saying that they gonna think their relationship is gonna be like that, but it's there in their head. So it's a possibility. And yes, when you say when they sleep with other men, when you in a relationship with it, yes, that's always stays there. That you can't forgive, you'll never forget. But yes, it goes, yeah.
And
It's
y'all
tough.
guys got to stop thinking that all these friends, all these guys is just friends with your girl. If that was the case, have your girl call one or two of them late at night and see how fast they be like, oh, you trying to slide over?
Mm, yeah.
Are you just bored, James? But yeah, like another type of woman that you gotta avoid. is the woman who don't hold her friends accountable. So let me get this straight.
Yeah.
This girl is cheating. She's friends with you. This girl is cheating. She's friends with you. This girl cheating. She friends with you. But I'm just supposed to believe you just a good girl.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, yeah. That's like I said, that's holding yourself. They gotta hold themselves accountable, right? If they're not holding themselves, their friend and hold their friends accountable. So, like I said, this the circle that they're in influences who they are as well, right? So if they don't have character enough to tell their friends, yo, you cheating, you doing this, you cheating like this. Nah, you got to be able to hold yourself accountable and hold your friends accountable.
I don't know about everybody else's friend group, but shoot, we hold each other accountable. Like if one of my friends don't take care of their kids,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
ain't friends. One of
We
my
ain't doing
friends put their hands on a woman. We not
it.
friends
Yeah,
anymore.
that's true. That's true.
One of my friends do anything that I feel is against my morals and principles. Hey, you either gonna fix your behavior or we not friends anymore. I'm
That's
comfortable
true.
falling out with anybody because
That
there's a
is
set of
true.
principle morals that I stand on. If you don't abide by those same morals and principles, there's no
Mm-hmm.
need of us being friends. But a
That's
lot of
true.
women, they
That's
don't agree
true.
with the behavior, but they'll still be friends with them. They still condone it. They'll laugh at it like it's something nothing's wrong with that type of behavior. I'm not
Yeah.
that type of person. So if you show those traits as a woman, I can't be with you.
Mhm. That's true. That is true. Uh, let's look at some of these. Let's look at some of these statistics over here in the world and country uh, per population. Um, I look here. I got Chile at 3.6. Got the U.S. at 2.4, 2.5, 2.5. Latavia, 2.8. Lithuania, 2.5. Finland, 2.1. Sweden, 2.1. Estonia, all of them 2.1. Denmark, 2.0 to 2.6. Um, the lowest divorce rate, I'm looking at Colombia at zero point 0.6. I guess that Colombia over there, they have, I don't know what they got going on over there in Colombia. Malta, Romania, Italy, 1.1, Ireland, zero point 0.6 to zero point 0.7. So, uh, pretty much like the low divorce rate is pretty much Colombia, Romania, Italy, and Ireland. They all got low divorce rates over there. So I don't know what they doing over there, but they doing something right over there. If they the lowest, but the highest right now is Chile in the U.S. I don't know where Chile is, but
Shoot,
yeah,
you saying that, but there's countries where they don't need hold women accountable because there's so many women that was messing up that
yeah.
they banned DNA testing in France.
See, in
The
France,
whole country, DNA testing is banned.
crazy, crazy. Why? I wonder why that is. I wonder
And
why that is.
that's not the only country. It's three. You can look it up in Google. It's three countries where DNA testing is banned because it would do society too much irreparable harm
Mm,
because so many kids weren't these people's kids.
yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. DNA tests it would need to be if you're not in a relationship with that person. I mean, like married to that person, and you're not actually in a committed relationship with that person. DNA test needs to be mandatory at the hospitals. Um, I've seen it too many times that uh, kids are not dad end up paying child support for a kid that's not his, and
Hey,
the
and it's
woman
just
is
like
out
I
there.
said though too. I was saying earlier,
Mhm.
there's 6 states where you can be married. You're there where you married. Your girl cheat on you. She has a baby that's not yours. You are still on the hook financially for that kid because it was born during the marriage. They do what's in
Mm.
the best interest of the child. So
Yeah,
if the
that's
father's a deadbeat, the real baby daddy is a deadbeat. Guess what? You're on the hook for that child.
yeah, that's unfair. That's unfair. For
I know
and
a guy that's paying 2,500 a month for a kid that's not his.
yeah,
And guess what? What makes the matters worse? is the woman is living with the child's real father.
Hmm. Yeah, that's for and she's married.
No, she's not married because if
Oh,
she got married to him, that he could have a better case that proves that more likely would stop their child support. So they just shacking up at her mom's house while they getting this money.
wow, that's unbelievable. Yeah, that's women. That's evil. That's I don't know, man. That's crazy. Um, just to get that money, just to get that money for that. Yeah, and she cheated.
And another type of woman you got to she gets getting that money. Another type of woman that you got to avoid when I be talking about the wrong woman is a woman that can't bring any assets into your life. She's a minus, not an addition, and it doesn't have to be money. It could be okay. Are you making me a better man?
Yeah,
Are you stimulating my mental? Are you or when I come home, do I feel at peace with you, or do I feel like I gotta get my armor ready in the car and get ready for another battle? Because
yeah,
I know guys right now that's working 80 hours a week just because they don't want to be home with their wife.
yeah. That's hard. That's rough to say because um, I'm gonna point on. I'm gonna point on your uh, about being able to bring peace into the house, and then I'll talk about the actually staying married to her. So, yeah, if the woman is not bringing you peace in your heart and your mind, you're not going to be able to be successful with that woman. Um, I think a lot of people when they're in relationships and they're going through those difficult times, they're thinking that yes, this is just uh, a, argument that we got to get through, but ultimately it's something that you have to find deep in yourself that hey, I can't, we can't make this work. You got to look at the foundation of your relationship and decide like, hey, what are we doing here? Like when I look at the marriage part of it, I think a lot of men stay married because of I think finances and also the covenant that they made with God. Um,
Let's
a
get
lot of
real. What's the biggest reason why a lot of the unhappy guys stay married? Let's be real. Why is the main reason why a lot of the unhappy guys stay married? Because they don't want to start over. A lot of men do not want to start over. That's the main reason.
I wouldn't say that
They'll
if they
have
don't
that
want to
side
start
piece
over.
on the side and stay married because they don't want to have to start back over. That's what it is.
Yeah, but I beg to differ on that because I think it's because it could be two or three things. It could be because of the family. You got children, they stay married. I think because of the finances, and I think of the covenant with they made in front of God.
A lot
But
of
yeah,
men, you say
but a
that,
lot
but
of
a lot of
men
men don't want to be alone
that
because they know.
that's
Look, they know
but
that
but but
woman.
why would you want to stay in a relationship? Like I said, they don't want to be alone, but yet they'll find peace in the house.
Yeah,
Make it make sense, right? I don't want to be alone, but I can't find peace in my own home.
think about how many. But think about us as guys though. We'll be in a miserable situation, or we'll hate our job, and we'll stay at that job because we don't want to change. How many guys you know like that will stay at a job that they hate because they uncomfortable with change? That's what they men.
Yeah,
A lot of
that's
men are uncomfortable with change.
a lot of men. I mean, a lot of everybody does that. Everybody does that to where they don't feel comfortable with
No,
change.
no,
But
hey, a
nobody,
lot of women
nobody
don't. Not a lot of women. I'm telling you, if a woman get fed up, she gonna leave.
she gonna
It ain't. It
leave.
don't have to be. It can be the job. It can be a marriage. It can be whatever. When a woman's
uh,
fed up, she gonna leave. A
she
guy
gonna
can
leave.
be ready to have a heart attack at his job, and he'll stay there because he don't want to do anything new.
Yeah, yeah. I can vouch for that too. I stayed somewhere where I shouldn't have stayed for so many
Oh, I know
years.
you was miserable. You was giving yourself
Music.
pep talk to come to work. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Guys are uncomfortable with change.
What's
So
that
you
song?
gotta sometimes you gotta take it takes a guy to take somebody to make you
Yeah.
change because you don't want to change.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I look at that as not only a God thing. I think it's human nature. Human nature hates change. Um, but yeah, I, back on the subject of man being in an unhappy relationship, and just again, I think it's due to the fact that he he
How
can't
many guys you
leave.
know right now? How many guys you know eat the same meals every week? Every week.
Yeah,
Don't add nothing new to the
I don't.
menu. Eat the same meals. That's what I'm saying. A lot of guys, they rather be miserable than they face the uncertainty of change.
Yeah,
Think about it. You
yeah,
know how many people told me I was talking about, you know how many people think about how many people told you that you was crazy for joining the Marine Corps.
a whole bunch, whole bunch.
How many try to talk you out of joining the Marine Corps?
Everybody,
Same thing with the army. Man,
everybody.
hey man, you gonna be away from your family that long? Man, why would you
Yeah,
want to join the army? Like I said, because
yeah,
and they try to put their they try to put their uncertainties on you. That's what I'm saying. Men, a lot of men are uncomfortable with change. And you know the people who try to talk me out. You know who the people that try to talk me out to join the military were?
who that?
Men.
You were? Yeah,
A
yeah, yeah.
lot of
Absolutely.
the women was like, "Good for you. You changing. You doing something with
Mm.
yourself." But the men was like, "Man, that couldn't be me."
Yeah, the man can't change. That's the way it is. That's the way it is.
And
You're
a lot
right.
of guys will stay in relationships because they don't want to be the bad guy, and they do all this stuff to make this girl break up with them. So when they do break up, they can say, "I'm the victim."
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely, man.
But yes,
Absolutely.
if you should like I said, the woman that you that you want to spend the rest of your life with, you should be able to build with.
Yeah.
Y'all both should bring something to the table. And like I said, when I tell you when you know you with the wrong woman, when you know how you know you with the wrong woman, because when she
Uh,
call you and you look at the phone, you say, "Shit, what she want now?" Then you know you with the wrong woman.
yeah. Oh yeah. She, being with the being with you have to find a woman, I'll say, that's gonna help you with your finances too, right? Look at how she spend money. You know what I'm saying? Look at how do she overspend? How is she with her finances and things. Is she trying to better herself, right? You know, uh, you gotta have. I'm not saying that's everything in a relationship, but that's something that's very important, right? Um, you gotta have uh, someone that's responsible, financially responsible, so you guys can build, and she can help you build whatever you're trying to do. Uh, I think that's something important in a relationship. So if she's not good at finances, that's a red flag. You might could look past it for a little bit, but eventually, if y'all start getting older and she's still messing up the money, and it's gonna become an issue.
Let's look at it this way. Let's say you know you're with the wrong woman. If you feel like if something was to happen to you today, that she wouldn't hold it down. She would leave you, or she couldn't handle any of your responsibilities,
What you mean?
especially if you got kids. You know you're with the wrong woman,
Oh yeah.
or if them women use your kids as a tool to try to control you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had my fair share of that as well, sir. Um, using the
You
kids
don't want you
against
don't want to do what I say. Okay, you won't see your kids.
you. Yeah, no, that's
And
a
men, y'all got to get better than that. Hey, they quick to use the law on y'all or whatever. Hey, start sending these women to jail.
yep.
You ain't in the streets. Start sending. If these women don't want to follow the rules, especially once they involve the courts, if they don't want to follow the rules of the court, start sending them to jail and
Yep.
sleep with the fan on medium. Stop worrying about how they are. I
You
bet you
said,
she spent 2 nights in that cold, not hot, in that cold cot. I bet you she give your kids.
yeah. You know, that's a red. That's a big red flag. And 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 in the relationship, I probably ain't. Yeah, they probably separated because she has the kids, and you got issues with the custody now. So, yeah, if she's not freaking sharing the kids and saying, "Hey, I want my child to be have a father in life," then yeah, that's a red flag. Absolutely.
And a lot of guys are making this mistake because you won't get the law enforcement involved or whatever. It's not to have her arrested. If you get the law enforcement involved, you have documentation showing that she not allowing you to get your kids. So when you do ask for a custody modification, 9 times out of 10, you would get it because it shows her a history of her disrespecting a court order. One thing about judges, they don't like to feel disrespected. If you violate their court order, believe me, there's gonna be some consequences. But a lot of these guys like, well, I don't want to see my child's mother in jail, or I don't want to get the law involved. She got the law
Hmm.
involved when she took you to child support court.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, that's one thing men do. We try to avoid uh, bringing law enforcement into situations and things when it comes to things like that. But I've learned that you have to do that to get, you know what I'm saying, what you want to happen in that relationship with those kids across a thing. So, um, like I said, I've had my fair share of that. I wish I can go back and change some things, but it is what it is right now and things. So, um, but yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't be light. Don't be light on her just because she's a woman. You got to put those law enforcement or those court orders off into the system to make her comply. You very well do so.
Some of the best advice my dad ever gave me was, son, you want to see how serious, you want to see if a woman make a good wife,
Who's that?
talk to her mom one on one. Not when she there, when her mom's one on one. See how the mom acts. Notice her behavior. You know what I'm saying? Hang out with her cousins, sisters. Like I said, from a study standpoint.
So
And once you see how they all act, then you'll know.
yeah, let's just go back to showing. Hey, look at the family, right? Oh yeah, I'm with my kids. Whoever they start liking as they get older and start dating, I need to know what the family do, what the mom, dad do, what the life was like growing up. So I could tell you, hey, I'm gonna talk to them about it. Where all those red flags are, right? What we talked about earlier in the podcast, what all those red flags were: lying, cheating, disruptive behavior. It's just not no loyalty. How did she treat you? How did she treat her parents and stuff like that? How did she treat other people, waitresses? How she treats you. Those are all red flags. So you got to look at that type of stuff when you're trying to be with someone, right? Um, you gotta share the same values. You don't share the same values, then yeah. But yeah, looking at the family will tell you a lot about that person. Yeah, dad, mom, anything that you see, environment, whatever environment she grew up in, it's gonna tell you exactly what type of person you're gonna be dealing with.
And guys, most of the time y'all do it to y'allself. Y'all know these women have red flags. Just because a woman is good in bed, don't mean you just gotta ignore every red flag that she got.
Oh yeah,
Like
boy. Yeah.
you didn't notice her doing her hair, talking to herself in the mirror. You didn't notice that?
Nah, he couldn't see past the big ass booty.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's certain things that she do. You see it, but you just oh well, she's so beautiful. Or she's so good at bed. I'm just going to ignore these equalities. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Say she be watching these documentary series on how to get away with murder, but that's not a red flag to you.
Yeah.
It's like
Or
you look at her search engine. You know, say y'all share a computer. You look at her search engine, and all she see is, stuff. Certain like it's come on now, y'all know. But
yeah,
us men, we know a lot of these red flags, but we choose to ignore it based on how good a prettier woman
a
is or
person.
how good they are in bed. You
Yeah,
got to get to the point where you're mature enough. So even no matter what you think about how wonderful she is, if she got some red flags, you got to cut it loose, man.
oh yeah,
Don't wait till she take you for everything you got, or you locked up for 20 years for a crime that you didn't do because you decided to stay with a crazy woman.
awful looks,
Like,
right?
look how many men are in jail or have went to jail for false rape accusations. Even if you
Mhm.
get proven innocent, it's gonna always show up as soon as a job Googles you.
Right. And then you know what's so
They're
crazy
quick to
about this
put your
too?
name in the paper, your face, all on the news,
Mhm.
all over these magazines. But as soon as you get found innocent, you're gonna be in a back page. You're gonna be in page 16 instead of page one, like when you was accused of the crime.
Yeah. You know, my main thing on that too is when they get found guilty for rape charges or whatever, the woman needs to be held accountable too. Like they don't have. I doubt a lot of that will happen, and those type of crimes will happen if the woman got held accountable for, hey, you know what, this guy did this many years because you lied and said this. Yeah, you finna do that same from ruining his life. You finna do that to you too.
I agree, but like I said, until the laws catch it up, you got to do everything possible yourself to not put yourself in that situation. Because guess what? Even if you get found innocent and you can prove that this girl is lying, the only thing she don't get is a slap on the wrist because they say they don't want to deter real victims from coming forward.
Yes. Yeah, that's why I
It's
say
one woman. It's a
it's
case
private.
where it's one woman in the United States that has accused 4 men of rape. All 4 got found innocent, and this woman's not in jail.
Hmm. Yeah, we need to go talk to our congressman and get that law changed, get a law in place. You can't just accuse someone of I know it's happening, but you can't just sit up here and accuse someone of rape or something like that, and then uh, uh, and this person be innocent, and then go do time, and then they find out he's innocent, and then she don't do no time. It's not right.
But the thing is, it's not a lot of women don't care about the issue until it's their son, until it's their uncle, until it's their brother,
Mhm.
until it's their
Mhm.
husband. So that's why a lot of this stuff gets away with because they don't care until it affects their lives.
Right. I totally get it. I totally get it.
But
On shared values,
another
man. Look here, I'm going on
type
for
of
shared
woman
values.
to another type of woman to avoid is a woman that falls in love quickly.
Hey, man, it's love at first sight.
Now, you mean to
Love at first
tell
sight.
me like that? No, this actually happened. Like say I ain't gonna say the name, but one of my homeboys, like this girl said he told this girl, "Oh, you have a beautiful soul," and she slept with him right then and there.
Mm.
Like, like
They end
that's
up
all you had
making
to say?
it? Did they end up making it?
No.
Hey, I was gonna say, hey, you know that was love at first sight. That shit does happen, but they didn't make it. So yeah, some
She
girls are
got
easy.
ghosted.
Some girls are easy, and that's probably a red flag on him. Be like, dang, all I had to say was that, and she was like, hey, I really
Yeah, all
like
I
this
got to do
dude.
is say she got a beautiful soul, and she
Yeah,
coming off the panties.
mm, somewhere something messed up on the girl's end. So yeah, she probably didn't get told she was loved enough at a young age. And for a guy to come in and swoop her off her feet by saying she has a beautiful soul, that's why I say, daddies, make sure you're
She
telling your
never heard that
daughters you
before.
love them. That's what I'm saying. Make daddies make sure you're telling your daughters, you encourage your daughters that you love them and that they're beautiful because these men out here they saying one words, the women are giving it up. So that started in the household a long time ago. That environment.
Another one that you gotta avoid is a woman that's always on Instagram comparing her lives to others. Because if she compare her lives to others, she'll never be happy. Because Instagram makes it seems like everybody's life is this much better when it's not.
Just social media in general, man. Everybody got a BBL. Everybody got big old tatas. Everybody's skin looks good. AI taking over. Yeah. Yeah. If she's on there like that, you know what I'm saying? That goes to show that she's insecure. It's gonna always be an issue. It's gonna be insecure. She's gonna be insecure about her husband or her boyfriend. Oh, you out here trying to get this. I know it. So that's what social media do to you. So you,
Instagram try to make it seem like everybody, all these girls are winning, and they're not. They ain't telling you that they ain't telling you when they going on these trips to like, hey, when they go on these trips to Dubai that they getting shitted on.
and I remember you saying something about that. You saying something about
Yeah,
that.
that's a real thing going on, man.
They actually they go to Dubai and to get dumped on. People do a
No,
number
it's
two
like
on
it's
them.
not like they don't the country the UAE does not now don't get me wrong, they do not advertise this and none of this stuff. But let's say, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of these guys are so rich that there's nothing that they get pleasure out of but except for weird stuff. So let's say you see a girl, she you know, she out with a home girl in Dubai with her, right? A rich man could hypothetically, let's say hypothetically, because you know we don't get hypothetically, a rich man approached them, but like, hey, you're so beautiful and everything, and I would just love to spend one night with you. I would give you 25,000 USD plus I'll take you shopping.
Hmm.
Well, you know, girl, like, oh, 25,000, you gonna take me shopping? Okay, I have my bodyguard pick you up around uh 4 o'clock to go shopping.
Yeah,
So, you know, she wrapping up. She got the Hermes bag. She got, you know what I'm saying? She got the Hermes bag. She got the new Louis Vuitton bag. She got like $40,000 worth, $30,000 worth of bags or whatever, right?
yeah,
Drop off at the hotel, you know, because she bought some lingerie too. Drop out the hotel and he said, be ready about 7 to 8, whatever, right?
right.
Hypothetically. This is all hypothetically. And then and then the bodyguard go pick her up from the hotel like 8 o'clock and take her to the middle of nowhere with all these security guards in these tents, hypothetically, where they getting worn out. But when she thinks she been about to still sleep with one dude, and she getting worn out by anywhere from 5 to 10 dudes, and sometimes in some instances animals.
Yeah, that just goes to show you that money, money make people do crazy things.
And the other girls ain't talking about you know, when they going on the other vacations and you gotta, you know what I'm saying, there's a big old shadow on the picture,
Yeah,
but you know, it's just them in the picture. They ain't tell you that this is 400, 500 pound old, ugly looking man that funded the trip that they gotta sleep with in order to go on the trip.
damn. Yeah, like I say, man,
Say
what they
they
got
ain't
to
telling you
do.
about they 80, they say they're not telling you about they 80-year-old sugar daddy.
Yeah.
They got to put his dentures on the counter before every encounter.
That
Hey, come
bone
get some of
thugs.
these gummies.
The bone thug and harmony say for the love of money. You know.
You know
Uh,
what I'm saying? Hey, put his teeth on the counter and the blue pills in his mouth.
yeah. Yeah, that's great. That's great. That's great. So I gotta look at I gotta say this point here too. Shared values matters more than shared hobbies, right? You don't have to like the same hobbies, but you gotta have the same values. So these are some things that you have to look for in a relationship if you want to have a relationship and be a long-term relationship with any person. You got to share the same values on children. You got to search on family, money, work ethic, faith, and loyalty. If y'all don't share those values with that person you're trying to be with, it's not gonna work. Because as you get older in that relationship, you're gonna start thinking about those things in your life, right? When you start dating. So make sure you're looking at those things, you know. So different values create difficult relationships. So if you don't value the same thing, it's not going to work
I
out.
agree. And if a
So
girl is easily impressed, leave her alone.
yeah, yeah,
That means the standard wasn't set high for her.
yep.
Because you know
And
what? Let me tell you something. Both my daughters, I got their passports. I took them to their first trip out of the country. I bought them their first, name brand purse. I was the guy that brought them flowers. I was the guy that brought them candy. I was the guy that like opened doors for them. I was the guy that took them to the nail shop. I was
yeah,
the you know what I'm saying?
yeah, you
I
were,
was the guy
yeah, yeah.
that cooked them a gourmet meal.
So they
So,
look at
like I
daddy
said, and
as
those are some examples. So, if you try to date my daughter, you got to come, you got to apply some real pressure because she's not gonna be
mhm.
impressed with these small little things.
Yeah. See that's the point for those men out there looking, and the girls who out here looking too. Hey, what he's doing, he's preparing his kid, his daughter for that man that's he has to show value. He got to do all those things, and like I said, I got two daughters. I want to make sure that they get the utmost respect from a man in life. Um, value herself, value what she do in life, and make sure that they on the same level with that. And I think things will work itself out.
And if those men are scared to meet your, I tell my daughter all the time, those men are scared to meet your daddy. They ain't no good. That mean they ain't got no good intentions.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make sure I drill and answer the right questions. You made fools on the questioning.
Hey, cause hey, he can lie all he want to the mama. It's easy to fool the mama. If you're a guy, it's easy to fool. It's easy to fool the mom to make you think that she a good. But that
hmm
daddy
So we
done
got.
been there, done it, seen it all. So you ain't able to just come in there. You know what I'm saying? Just start. Oh well, no, no, no. I know when you're lying. I know your agenda.
Yeah, we men. You know what I'm saying? We was young once, we got older, and we got families now, and we know what to look for, right? We the generation before social media, so we know what to look for. It's too much information out there to go wrong now, right? Right now, people don't you don't know what to believe. So, but yeah, being
Shit.
longer, man. Like I
Like
said,
like even my wife was a grown woman, and you know what I'm saying, she in her 30s or whatever. But before I start trying to pursue her, I got her dad's permission.
that's cool. That's
Well, not his
respect.
permission, not his permission per se. I let him know my intentions and everything. Not message him, let him know my intentions and everything. Because a lot of guys were like, I ain't worried about the dad. But I sure did. I let him know my intentions with his daughter.
That's good. That's good. That's
Same
you
thing with
need
the
respect.
mom. Her mom loves me too.
That's good. You got that relationship, that bond, so that's why y'all gonna have a good, healthy marriage. The family love you. It's respect there. Hey, if the family don't like you, there's already issues, and
Yeah.
she gonna have issues in the back of her head. Like, dang, I can't be with my family. I don't want to be around my family. I can't be around my family, but I love my husband. I love my boyfriend. But you love your family too, right? Unless you're gonna kick your family to the side. I'm a family oriented person. So if my wife don't love my family, then I'm gonna have an issue because I'm family oriented. Like that's how I am. That's why I was raised. So
And it's a plus too that a woman comes from a married household. If their mom and dad is married, because even let's say even if it's just a bad marriage or whatever, right? She knows what marriage look like, and she knows what she wants to do and what doesn't want to do because she's
mhm.
seen the good and bad in their relationship. She knows what she wants and what she doesn't want.
Yeah,
So it still puts you ahead of the game and establishes a boundary at the very beginning of the relationship.
right. And I also gotta say on the man too, man. Like you also gotta be becoming the man you want your wife or your girlfriend to be too. We can't be out there still, you know, slacking and wanting to, be out there and not being loyal, cheating, and things like that as well too. Right. So we gotta be becoming a man too that we want from our significant other as well. So
And you have to avoid that woman with that alpha personality too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it can't be
oh
two alphas. Now, just because I'm saying it can't be two alphas, don't mean my woman got to do everything I tell her to do. No, she's free will. She got her own mind. She can think what she wants to think. Like I said, I like strong women. I don't want a woman I could just push around and everything like that. But what I'm saying is, I don't want I don't want a alpha woman, trying to control everything. You know how some alpha women are like, look here, motherfucker, you're gonna do this, this, this. No, that's not flying with me.
oh yeah. That alpha personality goes along. It resonates with some relationships. Some men love that alpha personality. Just don't have that lead type personality, and they gotta go to their woman to get the answers or say, hey,
You,
I see that a lot. You right? Hey, if the woman want to be like, hey, I gotta ask my wife. Like, no, the man is the lead, so you should be able to make that choice. I don't believe in
man, my wife ain't
happy
gotta ask me
wife,
for nothing. Like
happy
I said,
life,
she could,
right?
if she, like I said, we both know our boundaries, and she can do whatever she want to do, and I can do whatever I want to do. I know my boundaries, and I know what's her limit. So I know if I cross that boundary and she leaves me, that's my fault. But I don't have to check in or do all this other stuff with her, and she don't have to do. It's vice versa.
Yeah,
Now she gonna be now she
that's
gonna now she gonna be she gonna be let's say she's gonna be late or out of town or whatever, she's somewhere or whatever, she might share her location with me or tell me where she at, and vice versa, because if something happens I know where to look for her if there's an
mhm.
emergency.
Yeah. Hey, that type A personality, like I said, they have to be with a person that's
uh
okay with
my
another.
favorite cologne is Versace, but I tell you what's worked better than that cologne right now. Hey, you gotta get some of that too. It's men's body butter, but it got cologne in the body butter. It's called Crown Skin. I'm telling you, you get some of that, it's staying you all day.
Crown skin.
I like the Euros, but I'm telling you that Crown Skin. Try that Crown Skin one time. You like you gonna get hooked to your girl. Be like, what you got on? Yeah, it's called Crown Skin.
Yeah, I have to tell you, man, that that type A personality,
Yeah,
man.
it's a black owned company too.
It's, but yeah, like I was saying though, Will, hey, that type A personality, man, I couldn't do because I like to lead, and that type A personality just clashes with my personality. So uh, if anybody's in that type of relationship, and they can sit back and let that person control and lead, then by all means. But can't work. It didn't work in mine. So
Yeah, I don't like them aggressive women too. They be talking like, I was like, man, I was hanging out with one of my friends, and his girl from New York, right? Man, he got in an argument with his girl. His girlfriend gonna tell him to suck her dick. I'm like, what? She grabbed her crotch like a man too, and everything. I'm like, what the
man,
hell?
it's bad, man. Yeah, been there and done that. So didn't work out too well. Like I said, um, you'll find out very quick. You know, uh, maybe he be able to do a personality test to kind of see what type of personality you are to kind of help you out in your relationships. So uh, but yeah.
But if the main thing to this live was, if a woman brings out the worst in you, that's not the woman for you. Always try to be with a woman that brings out the best in you. But too
Hmm.
many times, because how a girl looks, a guy will stay with a girl that brings out the worst in him.
Yep. Off of looks. You gotta look past the looks. If she's not your piece, I wouldn't be there. She's not your piece, then say peace. Get out of that thing. Uh, but yeah, value yourself.
Exactly.
Value yourself. Value. And that goes for her too. Hey, it's vice versa on the other way around too as
Yeah, that
well.
goes for women too. Like if this dude, like I said, if he brings you nothing but problems, leave him too. I told my daughters, look, man, hey, daddy's gonna be here. Even if you married and the dude doing you wrong, break up with him. You can always
Mhm.
come with daddy.
Absolutely. Tell my daughter the
And
same
that's
thing.
both my daughters. My son
Yep.
too. If he get married and the girl, he with the wrong woman, he got to start back over. Hey, come on home. No judgment
Hmm.
here. Hey, because we all done
Yep.
been in them terrible relationships before. We
Yeah.
all done had it, went through it.
They gotta have that. They gotta have that outing. They gotta have somewhere that peace to come back to, and they gotta have a place to come back to. I always leave that door open.
Shoot, I had a boy. I was with this one girl, boy. Hey, it took everything. Hey, it took. Man, it took everything in me to, like I said, the refrain myself. Boy, she tried to hit me with a car twice,
Yeah.
and she reversed.
See, you wasn't taking you wasn't looking at them red flags at the beginning.
Uh-huh.
You wasn't looking at them red flags in the beginning.
Hey, she
And a
drugged
lot
me
of
too.
oh yeah, see, you know, you gotta look at those red flags. You was
That's
young at
why
the time.
every time I walk by a Venezuelan chick right now, my neck start doing this. Well, I be feeling, hey, I
Yeah.
get sick all over.
Oh yeah.
But I learned a hard lesson that day. When a woman is mad, don't eat any food from her. Any food that she cook for you, if she mad, don't eat that shit.
Yeah.
Boy, when I tell you, bro, boy, she was like, I was like that, and she was like, well, just eat something before you leave the house, boy. I ate some of that food, like 4 bites in. I start, what did you give me? She said, shh, lie down. Well, I was in there.
No did. Yeah. Hey, like Diddy, huh? Yeah. Put them hit you in your stomach.
Oh yeah, K Bay, yeah, I would never allow any of my children to be trapped. There's a reason why doors have door knobs on it, because you could turn it to be in or out. They lock and unlock. So if you in a situation, you can always leave. Same thing with my wife. If my wife is unhappy with me, I'm not gonna force her to stay. She want to leave, doors right there, and vice versa. I'm not gonna hold a person against their will.
Absolutely.
But yeah, when like I said, when a woman's well, I'm telling you, when a woman mad at you, man, don't eat anything that she give you. And if she do cook for you and the family, and she upset with you, the plate that she give you, let her favorite child test. She ain't gonna let your favorite child get poisoned.
To a food test.
It's true. Hey, it's
Um,
true. Hey, I'm telling you, hey, you get an argument or whatever. If you don't if you're not sure you can trust that woman, hey, let her favorite child test that food. If she slapped that plate out of his hand or the spoon out of his hand, you know she did something to it.
yeah, it's true. That is true.
Oh, as long as my kids, I told my kids, as long as they got a plan and they doing the right thing, K Bay, I told them they can stay with me as long as they need to. I'm not gonna be one of them parents that make the kids leave at 18 and this other stuff. But you do have to have a plan. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be living with me when you're 30, 40 years old.
Yeah.
Unless you fall on hard times, you need to stay with me again. But us people, we need to do better than that because only in like countries like ours where we just expect an 18-year-old to just get out there and find their way on their own. Like other cultures, they don't leave their house until they get married. And guess what? Since they don't really get married to like they like in their late 20s and 30s, they already have enough to buy their own house.
Mm,
They have enough to buy their own car. They have enough finance. I'm talking without a loan. I'm not talking about getting a home loan. I'm talking about they have enough to buy it without a home loan.
yeah. Because they stayed in the house that long and saved up money, right?
I got some friends from Nigeria right now. It's crazy what they did. Like when the parents came over from Nigeria, everybody in the family pulled money to the side and helped them get situated in the United States. They bought their first house in the United States within a year and a half, right? They
Hmm.
all pulled people from the whole family in Nigeria, all pulled their resources together, and along with their jobs, they paid off that house in less than 3 years, right? They bring the new family over or whatever, right? The new family gets situated, they start working. They still, since their house is paid for, they're contributing to paying that house, and all the other people in Nigeria are paying that house, right?
Yeah.
So within another 2 years, that house get paid off, right?
Hmm.
Well, 22 years later, that one Nigerian family owned 47 houses.
What is
And guess what? They got so many
wow.
houses now. Their kids have their own house, even the ones that's not 18.
This goes to show you.
And they said within the next 7 years, they want to own another 30 houses.
Well, they can do it if they keep it up like that. So pretty much the moral is you saying, hey, keep your kids in the house, let them build wealth while they're in the house, and then break all those finances, put it all together.
But we can't do stuff like that because we don't trust each other.
Yeah, black communities, we're not there. I don't know if we'll
We
ever
all
get
could
there.
we all can have a great idea. I can have a great idea right now. I can have a super great idea right now. Or whatever, right?
Yeah,
I can tell my family, oh, just deposit $100 and I'll give you a huge substantial return when I start making money. How many family members you think would invest that $100?
zero.
Hey, there's there's a rapper named Nardo Wick, right? A rapper named Nardo Wick. He he told his family what he wanted for his birthday was for them to all put in $100 to help, start, to make a mixtape for his rap career or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Only 6 people put in, actually 4 people put in to help him, to do his mixtape, right? The mixtape become one of the biggest selling tapes in the world, and he paid all those family members that paid him back 10 times fold and 10 folds. But all the other people that didn't want to help contribute, they want to cut.
Don't get no cut.
And he told them no. And now now his family members trying to say that he changed on them. No, you changed.
Yeah, that's crap. Yeah. You right. You right, K Bay. Crabs in the barrel mentality. It's the way it is. Always been that way. And I don't think we'll ever get out of that cycle. Ever. Not the black community anyway. So
Yeah, like, well, the same thing with my wife. Like, my wife is like I said, she got me thinking about things that I didn't think about in a way.
mm, yeah.
Like, I
Yep.
didn't even think about doing no YouTube before she suggested it.
Yeah.
And then all this traveling and everything, like, yeah, possibly living outside the United States in a few years. So yeah, but we're
She
building
brought,
together.
she brought that value to your life, right?
Yeah.
She's looking at other streams like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, let's show the world what our lives, our marriage, you know. Let's bring some type of inspiration to this world, right?
I'm from Dallas, Dallas, Texas, and Drew is from, well, you Midlothian, Texas, right?
Yeah. Midlothian, 30 miles south of Dallas, a country town.
Yeah. Everyone talking about some people think that my wife only want to be with me for a green card, and I let them say whatever they want to. But we building something special together. We on our own farmland. We got a YouTube. This is our second. This is the second YouTube channel that me and Drew are doing right now. But shoot, we got a YouTube channel that got nearly 68,000 subscribers.
That's
We're
good.
working on building this channel right now.
Absolutely.
She's from the Philippines. Like I said, we got our own farm. She got her own piggery. She owns her own land in the Philippines. So yeah, we like I said, we both came to the table with resources.
That's good. Shut the door.
But hey, you sure you want that work with that lady best of my car?
No, sir, I wasn't.
Yeah, you remember I had the macer.
Uh, you know what? I think I was. I think
Yeah,
I remember you telling me this.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think it,
man.
I didn't know it was at the job. Was it at the job or was
No,
it
she came to my remember she came to my house that night. And then
the job?
I maced her because she tried to hit me with that tire iron. I told her too. I was like, bro, I was like, look, I'm not, look, I'm too big. I ain't for the run for no girl. And she's like, what
Yeah.
you gonna do? I said, if you swing that tire iron again, I'm gonna shoot you with this mace gun. And she's like, you ain't finna do nothing. And she swung it, and I hit her right there in the face with a mace gun. It said, pow.
It's
Her tongue
terrible.
was purple for like 2 weeks.
Oh my God. That's crazy. Yeah.
Yes, we're building together. So hopefully I can retire. The plan is to retire in 5 years, so we can spend a lot more time traveling.
Yeah.
And we're trying to build this channel. I want to get at least 100,000 subscribers on this channel, so me and Drew can pull our resources, start traveling too, and doing other content too.
Yeah.
So the plan is we're going to talk about subjects, do a podcast twice a week, and then we'll possibly do some interviews from different cultures and interracial couples to shows the differences and break down barriers and stereotypes, because a lot of people don't realize that Filipinos got black blood in them. So that's just one
Mm,
example of what kind of stuff we're going to be talking about.
Yes, my wife is of
Yeah, he got
European
culture
nation.
differences too. We could talk about the similar. That's what I'm saying. We need to, we need to have him and his wife do an interview. I'll go ahead and interview y'all too together, ask y'all some questions and stuff like that too. So, you know, got a lot going on. But yeah, we did our hour. We spent over an hour on this podcast today. So we're gonna let you go until next time. Thank you for everyone that came. Drew, you got any
Yes.
final words?
Um, Again, I'll say, hey, look at the values in whatever person you're trying to be with. Again, it's family, religion, the kids, money, those are all important things you need to look at, their family life, their parents and stuff, if you're trying to be with that person. And that will give you a good foundation of that relationship that you want to truly be in and things. So look at those things and you'll be better off.
Okay, guys. And one other thing before we get out of here, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And if you get on social media, we'll greatly appreciate it if you share our content too. Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys. Y'all have a good night.